And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into Time Out here on TVNB. It is our final show of the year, so we hope you stick around because in the next 30 minutes we're going to have a few laughs and have a lot of fun, and we want you to be part of it, so stay right there. And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into Time Out here on TVNB. Certainly hope that you're enjoying your long holiday Victoria Day weekend. We have to thank the Queen, of course, Philip and Di, because we wouldn't be having the holiday without the Queen and her mom, of course, and all those fine, jolly old folks over in England. We're acting a little foolish here today. It's because it's our final show of the year, and we've had a lot of fun. I believe it was September we went on the air. So we've, over the past couple of months, covered a lot of sports. Local, of course, is our main focus. Flames senior hockey when it was in effect. Junior hockey, midget hockey, AAA, and baseball, of course. We covered that with St. John Alpines. And Bruce McDonald joins me this week in the studio. And Bruce, you came in about halfway when we were doing the shows, and we really appreciate you sticking around and helping us out because Barry was on the road a few times, and you were on the road, and I was on the road. So just a team effort all the way around, but we've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been great to be part of this year, Jim. I want to thank you for having me on as often as you have. You left out one thing we covered this year. The most important thing in my mind was high school hockey.
There you go. Sorry, man. I know that's close to your heart.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. But we did a great job covering high school hockey, and I just want to thank TVNB for everything they've done for local sports.
Not a problem. The bill's in the mail, man.
Okay.
You'll get it in a couple of days. I'm just joking. And like we said, we're going to have some fun this week. We've been doing the show since September, and do some quick math. I can't remember, don't really know how many months that is, but it's been a lot. 34 shows. I just got the cue. We wear an earpiece here. Maybe I'll just turn so everybody can see it. And Don Ferguson's our producer back in the studio just across the hall, and he lets us know. So 34 shows we've done. Not bad. Something else to add to the resume. But like we said, we've got a lot of highlight packages, and we always look so smooth and cool out here when we roll every Monday night, and you guys are probably looking at the televisions at home going, wow, these guys do a fantastic job. But don't be fooled, my friend. There are a lot of mistakes that we make before we actually cut up the final tape and let it go to air. So I think that's the way we'll start off the show this week, Bruce. Kick back and have a good laugh at our own expenses, I guess is the best way to put it. So Donnie, I'm giving you the high sign. There's the cue. Roll the tape, and let's let everybody have a good laugh at home tonight. And thank you. We appreciate your time as well. Hope you had a lot of fun. We did. That sucks. Okay, here we go. Coming down in 3, 2, and 1. All right, tape's rolling. Microphones are live. Let's behave.
Who it was? You know her.
Oh, do I?
Yeah. Can I say that we're rolling here?
No, I think we're all right.
Kristen.
And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into Time Out here on TVNB. A big, oh, jeez, what the hell am I talking about? A big, tough weekend. All right, here we go. Three's the charm. And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into Time Out here on TVNB. Jim Hennessy along with Barry Johnston after a 2-week holiday hiatus. Certainly hope Santa Claus was good to you, my friend.
Yeah, and the cooking was pretty good too, I guess.
I bet you it was. And we hope you and your family had a great holiday season as well. Let's jump
Get smart.
Yeah, Barry said don't get too cute, Don.
Anything to improve it, though.
Crap.
I want one of those earpieces so I can hear what's going on.
All set, man. Oh, okay. Beauty.
Barry Hunter.
Okay. And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into Time Out here on TVNB. Some of us, we'll start again. That's a good one. Remember, we're saving all these dummy clips for the last show in the summer, right? Beauty. All right. Oh, dear? Good. All right, here we go.
And after 20 minutes of play in the game between St. John and Fredericton, And Jim, we're going to get just about ready to start the second period. There's about a minute and a half left to before the start of the second period.
Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Not bad, huh? Okay, coming down in 3, 2, and 1. And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into Time Out here on TVNB. Jim Hennessy, and I want to start that over. Sorry, man, that's awful. Lost my train of thought. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Second take in 3, 2, and 1. And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into Time Out here on TVNB. Jim Hennessy along with Bruce Allen and Bruce Allen. No!
Bruce Allen. Look at him, Bruce Allen.
Give me here. Oh, smiles you right there.
Wait. One. And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into Time Out here on TVNB. Some of the topics we'll be discussing: the heavyweight championship fight. It's forget that. Cripes. Still rolling? Cool. Boxing history. St. John Flames open their road trip with. Oh, jeez.
You're just giving brief topics here, just brief highlights.
Listen, man, don't get on my case today because I ain't in the mood.
Yeah, we don't talk about it now. The heavyweight fight, was it a joke?
Okay. And welcome back into the second half of Time Out here in... Okay, try that again.
TVNB.
TVNB.
right?
Yeah. 2 and 1. And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into Time... Sorry, man. Oh, Jesus. Oh, great.
Over here laughing. No, I'm trying to hold back, and he's trying to hold back. No, I didn't say a word.
Oh, crap. All right, let's go. Here we go. Coming down in 3, 2, and 1. And a very good Monday evening. Oh, oh, man. Oh, sorry, Don. All right. Yeah. Okay, just a sec here. Blah, 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 blah. All right, here we go. Coming down in 3, 2, and 1. Again. Oh, man. Okay, here we go, boys. Coming down in 3. We're going right into the highlight package, so I'll come back after we do that. Coming down in 3, 2, and 1. And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into... Oh, shit. Sorry, man. Here we go.
Come on over, cut and do it.
Coming down in 3, 2... No, it's not, man. Trust me. All right, here we go. Coming down in 3. Boys, here we go. 3, 2, and... Hang on a sec. Oh, crap. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. that's so good. Hang on.
Blooper package in one day. It's on him.
Oh, crap. Okay, here we go. Coming down in 3, 2, and 1. And a very good Monday evening. Welcome into Time Out here on TVNB.
we should have put a chair there and said we got Bobby Allen join us here.
We should make a blooper show, actually. That'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious. Put a mannequin, or else put that cardboard with a happy face on it.
Yeah, we have Bobby Allen here joining with us. Talk a little bit about umpiring in the Southern Baseball League.
Here. I agree with everything Bruce just said.
Yeah, that we'll put that in the quote at the bottom.
Read on.
Don't come in here. I don't want you in here. Who are you talking to? Me?
So there you go. There's some of the stuff that happens behind the scenes that you don't see, that never makes it to air. But this week it did make it to air because, of course, this is our final show of the year, and we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in over the span of 34 shows. And like we said, we've covered a lot of things, but our main focus is local sports, of course. And with summer months here and everybody out enjoying the good weather, we want to remind everybody to get out to Memorial Field and enjoy some great baseball this year. We've got 2 junior teams in town, 1 senior team, and the junior, correct me if I'm wrong, junior Dodgers. They don't exist anymore.
No, they don't.
Junior, I'll get the name here.
Try again.
Junior Alpines?
You got it.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, that's one of the 2.
The memory is not shot totally, folks. Junior Alpines got started last weekend in Woodstock, I do believe. Wow, 2 for 2. We're on a roll. And they split the doubleheader with Woodstock up there. First game went into extra innings that they won, and the second game, Woodstock beat them pretty handily, so they didn't have to go into extra innings. But a new team, a new look, and, of course, a new name this year. Plus, we've got another junior team in town. And let's talk about the junior teams a little bit this year.
Okay, well, the St. John O'Leary Alpines are the team that used to be the St. John Doron Condors last year.
Right.
They got a lot of the same players back now. Kevin Ferguson is coaching them again this year. And the second team is the St. John Junior Expos, who were a midget team in past years, and Vic Fitzgerald runs that team. He's brought a lot of the midget players that are graduating up to junior with him. And his ace pitcher this year is going to be a fellow that pitched for the St. John Dodgers about 2 years ago, Darren Dunn from the St. Stephen area. So we expect big things out of him. If he pitches the way he can, he could be the best pitcher in the league this year.
No question about that. Let's jump over to the senior circuit, of course, and some big things for the senior team before they play their home opener this year. If you're a fan that does go to the ball games on a regular basis at Memorial Field, you're going to notice a brand new look at Memorial Field. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, big new scoreboard's going up. Mr. Arthur Irving put the money forward to put the scoreboard, and it's 35 feet long, I guess, and about 10 feet tall, and it's going to be situated in left center field at the ballpark, and they're having a big night. I believe it's going to be June 3rd, where Mr. Irving's coming over, and they're going to dedicate the scoreboard to Dave Ring.
Absolutely. That's a real nice touch, too, because Arthur always been a big fan of local baseball.
Yes.
I know that personally. I've talked to him. I had the pleasure of speaking with him on a couple of occasions, and he's always said he's a big advocate of getting people out to the ballpark, families getting out for the night, having a good time, and the scoreboard is going to help bring some people. I mean, you spend a lot of time over there, like in the winter times, you spend a lot of time at the rink, and in the summer, you spend a lot of times at Memorial Field. Do you think this is going to help get some more people over there?
Oh, definitely. I mean, when someone comes into the ballpark, the first thing they want to ask anybody is, what's the score?
Exactly.
I mean, if you have a game up there, you got to have someone announcing the game. In all honesty, it's not the best PA system around to begin with.
Right.
And sometimes the fans can't hear that, or it's not clear or whatever. With this scoreboard there, it's going to be operated. It's going to be a high-tech scoreboard. You're going to have balls and strikes, outs, errors, exact inning-by-inning score up there. It's going to be almost like a major league scoreboard. I've talked to some people that have seen it, and they said it's by far the best scoreboard anywhere in the Brunswick. So
that's fantastic.
So it's definitely going to help. I think it will draw people in, definitely.
No question, and it really helps add, like we said, to the ambiance of the ballpark, because a lot of the complaints you hear, and I mean, you don't like to, drag up that you hear too many complaints, but I mean, there are a few. No one's ever happy, and no one's completely 100% satisfied. Most of the complaints you hear about senior baseball is it's cold over there, and I mean, that's something that, either the junior team nor the senior team can control. It does get cold over there at night. Second one was, like you mentioned, it was. So, I mean, when people come into the ball games, they come in the second inning or third inning a little bit late. Their first question is, what's the score? And they're looking all around, and of course, never had. Well, I mean, they did have a scoreboard over there, but you needed to have a live body up on the scoreboard, changing the cards every inning. And I mean, that was tough because it's hard to get somebody, and they're operating on a very minimal budget. And I mean, how do you say, you know, do you want to go stand up there for 7 innings and freeze to death? And we'll bring you up a hot chocolate every, you know, second or third inning. But yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think it's a nice move. And, you know, of course, we have to thank the Irvings for their generosity. And a real nice touch as well to name it in honor of Dave Ring. And of course, as most of you people know who are faithful watchers here on TVNB, that Dave Ring, a good friend and a co-worker here at TVNB, did a lot of work with us just all over the place, basketball, hockey, baseball, you name it. Dave was out there in the forefront, always trying to promote local sports. And I had the pleasure of working with David on many occasions, and unfortunately we lost David very suddenly last year. And we figured it was fitting, and we hope you enjoy this little tribute to a co-worker and a good friend, Dave Ring.
Good evening and welcome to Saturday Night Sports, Game 5 of the New Brunswick Senior Provincial Baseball Final between the Chatham Ironmen and the St. John Alpines, a cool Memorial Field. As we get started for the game tonight, joining me alongside is Dave Ring. David, nice to have you back here.
Thanks very much, Jim. Indeed, a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, okay, let's just run down the umpires for you for tonight's game. Manning home plate is Andrew Higgins. First base, Stephen Hashey. Second base is Brad McHugh. And third base is Lee Hamilton. All right, we're right into this game now, David. Of course, it's a do-or-die situation for the St. John Alpines, a win tonight. And we're going to Game 6 in this best-of-7 final. With a loss, Chatham Ironmen will win their first provincial title in about 17 years. So it's been quite a drought for the Ironmen, no question about that.
Greg, you're down 2-0. How important is this game tonight?
Oh, I mean, you know yourself, everything, you know, down 2-0. Don't want to be going up to Miramichi down 3-0. So this game here, don't really want to say do or die because we were down 3-0 last year and tied it up 3-3, but that's not a corner we want to paint ourselves into.
Brent, you've been playing a little bit of second baseman in right field, and you're in the right field, I believe, tonight. And Brent, you've been through this before. You were down 3-0, came back last year. Chatham has surprised a lot of people. You guys had a bit of a layoff, which I think probably hurt the team a little bit. Now, Chatham, have they surprised you in what they've done so far?
Well, I don't want to take anything for granted against these guys, and we obviously did. They have a good team, and you know, I think with their backs against the walls last year and this year, I think we're going to be ready for the game tonight, and certainly we don't want to go up there down 3-0.
Gray, they're going to be pitching left-hander Jean-Luc Godin. You saw him in the first game. He picked up the win, although you did score a few runs off him. I think 6-8 runs, 11-8 was the score for Chatham. Left-hander with an off-speed pitch. What do you expect from him? And then you're throwing your hard-throwing left-hander Scott Martin. So two different type of left-handers?
Yeah, exactly. Godin, fastball, curveball, changeup. He's up, he's down, he's on the corner, he's down the pipe. You're never really sure where he's going to put it.
Greg, you've lost us two starting showed up, and Mike King, who's committed himself to Houston Hudson College, going to try to get up, but it's in doubt that he could be finished for the year because of his studies and his commitment to the ball team. And Alan Cantwell's gone back to the University of Lethbridge, I believe. And so how do you counterattack? Do you people have two adequate ball players that can fill in and replace two starters? Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive back through the middle. That may score 2 runs. Yeah, bobbled by the center fielder. So that's going to allow the...
Here today. He's in a position right now. He's thrown 26 pitches already here in the first inning.
Championship game. Here it is. Fastball swung on a miss. So a big strikeout for Mike Pierce.
Put her in play, and they should get a run here.
There's a wild pitch. And here comes, going to score, standing up, Ronnie Barton. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Line in the left field. Pierce is going to try to score. Here's the play at the plate. It's going to be a beat it out. A good run by Pierce, and Tom King waved them in. Swinging a ground ball, hit into right field. That's going to be an RBI. Here comes Higgins in to score. The throw is coming in. Way too late. Higgins puts in 2 pitch coming up by Harris. Swinging a line drive into center field. That's going to score Barton. He's got good speed. And the play is just going to come in, cut off by the first baseman. Strike pitch coming up. Here's a line drive in the left field. Left fielder coming on and drops the ball. And 2 more runs come in to score.
On second base.
Here's the pitch. There's a line drive. That's going to score a run. And the ball was bobbled. Now he's coming all the way in. So Garnett was going to hold up, but he decided to come, so we give the guy an RBI.
Yeah,
He was coming.
he was coming, and it's an RBI for Timmy Edison. And St. Malachi Saints fans getting into the game now, David.
Gibbs hit the fly ball deep, way out left center. That's way back, and it is gone. A home run.
And a good Monday evening. Welcome into the second half of Time Out here on TVNB. Hope you're having as much fun as we are. In the first half, of course, this is our final show of the season, so we're having a little fun, Bruce, and making fun of everybody and making fun of ourselves, of course, because we've had quite a few laughs over the span of 34 shows. We had a lot of guests over the span of 34 shows as well, and I'd like to welcome into the studio right now Bob Allen, who was a bit of a regular on the show over the span of the year. Bob, it's nice to have you here, and appreciate you taking the time out of your hectic schedule. And Bruce, I guess we'll jump over to baseball right now, and so far the Expos are continuing to have a hard time drawing people to the Big O. They continue to fear to head to the tank in La Belle Province, afraid of something falling on their head more than anything, but the protest is still up that people that live in that area do not want to go because they want to see this new downtown stadium built, so just get your feelings on that.
Well, they hit a new all-time low this week, Jim. 4,600 fans at the ballpark this week, broke their record of 4,900. 8,900 Friday night, so a big crowd for the weekend. So they're in trouble, and I'm afraid they're history, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, it's pretty sad to say. So, Bobby, what do you think about the Expos situation?
No, I agree with what Bruce said. Everything Bruce said right there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. I won't be taking up too much of our time here, man. We haven't got too much time. I'm sorry I'm going to have to cut you off.
Oh, Bobby, stay in your chair.
Bob, stay in your chair there. All right, attaboy. But anyway, it's it's just one of those situations that you hate to see it because Montreal's been around for a long time. You remember the good old days of Jerry Park and Jackie Robinson, of course, making his breakthrough with the Montreal Expos into the big leagues. So a lot of history with Montreal, and hopefully they can turn that situation around and make a good comeback. But one of the teams that we covered more than anybody, I think, this year was on the ice down on Harbor Station, and of course with the St. John Flames, and made it to the Atlantic Division Final here. A lot of people weren't expecting them to make it even that far, but they had a tough go against Fredericton, swept in 4. But, you know, not a bad season all in all. Ray Five, the new man behind the bench. Jeff Perry, again, outstanding job with the work that he did with the team and the players, especially a lot of new faces rotating out throughout the year. So, Bob, what's your take on the Flames season all the way around?
Jeez, I don't really know, Jimmy. I never really thought about it.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, sorry to bother you, man. All right. Bruce, what do you think about the Flames season in general?
Very disappointing year this year, Jim. I mean, I thought they were building toward a team that could go a long way in the playoffs. It never happened. They have a lot of players that didn't want to play this year, plain and simple. They have a lot of talent, and I'm actually looking forward to next year. I think they're going to be much improved, and hopefully Rick Vaive will learn from his mistakes, plain and simple.
You know, with the crowd situation, I had an opportunity we had some fun on the golf course on Friday, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but I had a chance to talk to Andrew Holland, who did a lot of work with TVNB, of course, on the Fredericton side, Canadians games, and his big question to me was, do you think that, you know, they can make a rebound with the fan situation, get a few more bodies back in the rink? Stu McDonald, the operations manager for the St. John Flames, we had an opportunity to talk with him a few weeks back, and he said that he thinks he's going to get a lot of overdraft and a lot of people coming down Highway 7 because, of course, Fredericton losing their team. But I don't know. I kind of have my doubts about that. Not that, you know, the Flames can't draw. They got a beautiful facility. Harbor Station is only, what, 6 years old, 7 years old? 7 years old come next season. But I don't know. I just can't see a lot of people taking the trek down the highway every night to come watch, especially when the winter months kick in. Am I wrong for saying that?
No, I agree with you totally on that. I think it's going to be tough to get the Fredericton fans down here. I mean, they didn't draw on their own rink this for the last, who knows how many. It's been 5 or 6 years since they've drawn any type of crowds up there at all. And actually, basically, since the Flames have been here, to be honest, I mean, that really put a knife in their back and their franchise up there. When the Flames franchise arrived in St. John, I mean, there used to be 300 or 400 fans a game from St. John go up there before our team arrived. So I can't see it going the other way, to be honest. I mean, they have lots of hockey up there as it is. There's some diehards that'll be here for sure on occasion. They'll come down and root for the Quebec Citadels.
Is it Citadels they're going to be called?
I'm not sure what they're
called.
I'm
not sure. Yeah,
but they'll come down and root for Quebec, I'm sure, against the Flames. You'll see them 7 or 8 times a year for that. But
no question. But what about the home base? I mean, what about St. John itself? I mean, you know, some real disappointing crowds for Game 3 and Game 4 of the Atlantic Division Final. I mean, Obviously, they get waxed in Game 3, 7-2 or 7-3 was the final there, and Game 4, very disappointing crowd. I mean, you could hear the chant of "Go Habs Go" louder than you could hear the chant of "Go Flames Go." Not that they had very much to cheer about in either one of those games and get the crowd into it, but I mean, very, very disappointing crowds.
Well, it's not just St. John though, Jim. You see that in all the different AHL centers. I mean, the Providence games against Fredericton have only been about 5,200 a game down there, in a rink that holds about 15,000. Saw a game on the internet there in Kentucky, 2,700 at a playoff game. It's not just St. John. But if you want to talk about crowds, I mean, I think changing this game time to 7 o'clock has really hurt the crowds. I mean, you have people coming from the surrounding areas. By the time they get home from work, have their supper, 7 o'clock's too early, basically.
Sure. A lot of political factors behind that move, though.
Yeah.
We haven't got enough time to get into all those. We should make mention that, like we said, we've had a lot of guests, and Bob being extremely quiet over here. Sorry, Bob, we're almost done. Hang in there, big fella. Anyway, we've had a lot of guests come into the studio. A lot of people do some work for us on the road as well. Terry Ferguson was our basketball man as the basketball months in October and November were in full swing, and we figured we'd have a little fun with Terry as well. So, Terry, this is our tribute to you, our big hee-haw salute, as the old saying goes. And Bruce, before we wrap up, any final comments? Or
no, just basically like to see the fans get out to the ballpark this summer. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, and we've been saying that for years, but come out and see our buddy Bobby at the ballpark umpiring. There's his umpiring uniform right here.
There you go.
Either that or Kingsclear, right?
Hey, listen, you can throw a couple of heckles at Bobby because, as we can tell, he's the silent majority sitting here. So get over to Memorial Park and support the senior baseball and support the junior baseball teams as well. Bruce, I got to say thanks, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Appreciate
it. And thank you very much as well for welcoming us into your home every Monday night. And as for next year, well, we're not quite sure whether we'll be back or not, but we certainly hope that we are, and we certainly hope you enjoyed the shows as much as we did. And we're going to take you out with some highlight clips from Terry Ferguson. Thank you very much, and have yourself a great summer.
One means something, and to the seniors, this is their final hurrah, and they don't want to go out as a loser.
Terry Ferguson at the 19. You got me, Bruce, you son of a gun. I paused enough and it came back to me that he can clip that, can he? You paused enough, you son of a gun. Eddie, come on over. I want to finish the show off, okay?
You done with me?
Yeah, I'm done with you.
Okay.
What a guy. I didn't get to say thanks to Tom King. Hey, Don, did you see that? What a guy.